Nameless. Okay, there's a lot to say about this character, but the first thing that you want to know about Nameless is that is not threatening without meter. Is not as threatening, of course. Like is alright, but so what happens with Nameless is 99% of the people will run him as an anchor because any freaking touch he has, if they have the execution, will take like 80% out of you with 2 bars. No biggie. Anything. Slide. Does he have a slide? Yeah, that one. So slide down forward D into max mode and so on. Jump A. A lot of his stuff is like 6 hits. So it's like you have the time to drink a coffee and confirm his stuff. So that's great. Oh, look, it's not K9999. Yeah, totally not. This is good, but it's only like used kind of as a whiff punish into max mode conversions. What you want to know about this character, that despite his stuff being fairly short, right? This is alright, this is good. Like the threatening range is definitely this, because from here they can convert, from there they can convert, right? This is easier to convert. Basically, you have a bit more hits, more hit stop. From there they can convert, but also they can do stuff like this, not to really poke. Well, they can kind of, because the recovery is quite low. But general also to anti-air you for stuff, and also poke you with like fireballs and so on. So this doesn't mean that like you shouldn't be scared at that range, because they can quickly close it. Like they're a character that don't have a lot of range, right? They're not like, their hyper up is not as long as the others, but what they do make up with is stuff like this. They can press buttons much more higher than other characters because they have this drill thing, and they'll be able to apply frame advantage, right? And their move will stay active much longer. So in a situation where you're not to be threatened when an opponent press a button up here, and you're just kind of crouching down there, against Nameless you do, because, right, it's still active. So if they do stuff like that, I think it's, I don't play this character, but yeah, there. So right, they will be able to convert. So the whole idea of if they press a light in the air at that height, you can trip them, is not really true for Nameless, because it's quite unique in this sense, right? So you have to be scared about his meter conversion, because it does a lot of damage, but is also not the best character to open you up with. So it's fairly oppressive, because stuff like this, once again, is like 3-4 hits, depending on how tall the character is. Diamond will have to block 4 hits. Chang might have to block 5 hits if he presses up there, right? But his overheads are fairly slow. His overhead is fairly slow, unless you meet him from a knockdown. What? Yeah. So another thing that Nameless players do have is slide as a trip into max mode, into forward A, I think, which is, yeah, that one, which is fairly easy to confirm. So you don't want to be jumping on Nameless too much to anticipate him in the air. Because if you do jump on Nameless and you anticipate him in the air, you're gonna be either hit by this and reset into another meaty one, or I don't know. Yeah, that's also a thing. So they could be going empty, like you're either they meet you with this, or you're expecting this, you stand block and they grab you, or once again crouch B into that, into max mode, into crouch A, forward A. Oh, sorry. Really? Come on, mate. Yeah, there we go. So the only thing that you can kind of think about Nameless is that, once again, it doesn't have the best range. It doesn't have the best ways to open you up. So if you are patient and you can reactive block on stand A's, because stand A's are really, really fast because they're so active. So they can press it really early, or they can do this once again. Come on. There. I'm trying to think of other things that could be talking about. Let me see his move list. So I don't know a hell lot about this character. I do know enough to fight him, meta-wise. Oh yeah, that Shigure. Oh yeah, that's the Whiff Punisher, so to speed the slide. Let me see his throws. Mid-screen. Yeah, stuff like that, so he can meet you probably from that throw. I'm not sure why he has this, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, so Sawarabi. So yeah, this is the Fireball. Fireball has a lot. It takes a while to come out, but it stays there a lot, and it has a lot of range. Like, this is max range. As you have seen, the first one was max range. I walked one step, and I was inside the range, right? So look at the range that we're covering. Max range. Oh, shit. And now it hits. So that's a good poke. And you don't want to be jumping at that range, because that is also the range where... How the fuck is that? No, not this one. Thing punch. Yeah, this thing. So if you jump at that range and it's like, I don't know, faking it, and he does that, that's a huge hitbox to anti-air you with. And it does a lot of damage to raw. Like, if you have seen his loops and you've seen the damage that he does on his loops, imagine being hit by this shit raw. Actually, let's check that. Where's the life? Is fairly good for a character that shits meter, because the fact that he has so many hits on his stuff not only is benefiting from the bar that is being gifted by the previous characters, the fact that he hits so much, it builds meter really, really fast too. So this is definitely like a decent option to have. Oh, come on. There. Yotsuki. Oh yeah, the DP. Very good DP. You can wake up with it too. Amagiri. Oh yeah, this hops over lows and controls like this space once again. So if you're trying to hop over his stuff, you can also do this without meter at some ranges, because it takes a while. Oh, lol. What is this? There. Full screen anti-air poke. It's very expensive meter wise, but look at the range. Sorry, look at the hitbox. You can combo that from an overhead, so you can do... So yeah, you activate there, like on the it works as an OTG. So you do... If I could get it. Whatever, the big arm thing, you can do it off the overhead too. So you do overhead max into that. Oh yeah, that's the pretzel thing. Sorry, forgot. I do 3 obstacle back, because that's what they told me works best. I don't play this guy, so I don't have to execute that, but apparently doing 3 of them just works just fine. Is there a trick to making jump-ins more consistently combo into grounded normals? Is it just getting hops down? Yes, and where you press the button. Because like, you can get very good with hops, but if you press the button Well, he has all like air to ground shit, so that's not gonna be the greatest thing. But say that you press the button up here, you're not gonna have the frame advantage to combo there, even though this is CD and it knocks down. But like his buttons are specifically good, so I cannot show you with this character. I'll show you with the next character. But yeah, generally it depends also where you press a button. And once again, you press a button there if you think they're gonna hit you, you're gonna hit them, and you want a combo, or you press the button here if you want to anticipate a button that is grounded. So yeah, against him, the tips that I want to give is this is his range, so don't get too antsy to get in and pressure him, because once again he has the giant flame thing there to anti-air you with. He has this at some ranges to prevent you from jumping. He has a DP, he has a fireball to poke you, he has a slide to ruin you with if you go with something that is trippable, and so on. When he's pressuring you, especially when most of the time you're gonna fight this character, you're gonna be anchor against anchor, so you're gonna have a lot of meters to use. So guard cancel roll, especially if you're escaping from the corner, is great against them, right? And just block after, because you can follow with this. So if you guard cancel roll and then you press a button, it will frame trap you with this and ruin you. Standing CD like blowback, spend the bar for blowback is also good, because since he can press the button here, he has no way to safe jump you when he's there to make you whiff. Because what happens is, if I set somebody to on block to blowback and I do a safe jump, then I can come down with invincibility and do stuff like this and punish their blowback. Because blowbacks are invincible, but they're not invincible forever. So if you absorb their invincibility with your own invincibility, you will punish them. Also, when they are at 30% life and they have 3 bars, right? No, 2 bars, because that's a 2-bar move. Yeah, and they have 2 bars. I'm sorry. That giant arm thing. Why can't I get it? Oh, hold on. That thing, right? If you're at this situation, you don't want to be backdashing a lot, you don't want to be jumping randomly, you don't want to move that much, because if he has activated that one, he's looking to react with something. You don't want to throw fireballs, because most likely that will mesh it. Thank you. I don't know how to execute them. I'm sorry, I don't play this character. But yeah, they will probably beat the fireball. So you have to be cautious against this character in that situation.